Students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Here I am with my next video, and this video is again for grade 11 CBSE students, microeconomics. So let us start. Today we are going to start study something on factors affecting demand. What are the factors which will change demand? So one of the factor we already know is price. So with the change in price, the demand will respond. So in the same way, we are having so many factors depending on which our demand will change. Okay, so let us see what are those factors. So the first one, say the taste and preferences. Suppose you are launching a product, and is if your product is liked by the consumer, then you will have maximum sale. That means, suppose you are launching a kind of chips, okay, and suppose you have launched a flavor in uncle chips. Okay, so now what happens if your that particular flavor is liked by the customers? So in that case, your product is going to have a good sale. That means if the taste of the consumer is preferable, then you are going to have a good sale there. But if your product is not liked, that means you are not, the customer is not liking your product. In that case, even if you try also, the customer will not purchase the product because it is not of their taste. Okay, so taste of preferences is one of the bigger thing which we should have in our product. Okay, so this will affect the demand. If your taste is good, demand will rise. If the customer is not liking your taste, then in that case your demand will fall. Next comes the price of complementary goods. Now, let me explain you first of all what is complementary good. I am taking an example of car. Suppose if I am purchasing car, can you run the car in that way? No. You should have petrol. So, without petrol, the car is useless. And in the same way, if I am purchasing a pen, I should have ink also or refill also, because without refill or ink, the pen is useless, right? So these are what? These are complementary goods. With the use of one, the another is also needed. Okay. So now what will happen in case of complementary good? If the prices of car is going high, suppose. If the prices of car is going high, that means the demand is going to fall because people will purchase less car. So if the demand for car is going to fall, definitely the demand for petrol will also fall. This is rise in price. With a rise in price, if the car demand is falling, the petrol demand will also fall. So these are what? These are directly related. If one is falling, the other one is also falling. If the purchase of pen, that means the demand for pen is falling, then definitely why the demand for ink will rise. If there is no pen, why people will going to purchase ink? If the demand for petrol is going high, if the demand for pen is going high, then only you need more ink, then only the demand of ink will go high. But if the demand for pen is going down, in that case um, the demand for ink is also going down. That's why we can say that the substitute goods are directly related. They are not negatively related, they are directly related. Okay, now let us see the next point. The next point says price of substitute goods. Price of substitute goods is what? First of all, let me explain you what is substitute goods. Substitute goods are those goods which can be used in place of one another, like tea, coffee. If the coffee is becoming costly, prices are going high, I will stop purchasing coffee, I will prefer more tea. Okay, so these are the product which can be used in one place of another, but there are certain product which does not have substitute. Like if I take the example of salt, it does not have substitute. If salt is becoming costly, then also people will purchase. Okay, you cannot use something else in place of salt. So now what is the relation of substitute goods? If the price of tea is going high, demand will fall. And if the demand for tea is falling, the demand for coffee will rise. Okay, so you have to see, if the price is rising, demand will fall. Of what? Of tea. And if the demand for tea will fall, in that case the demand for coffee will go high. So you can say in substitute goods they are indirectly related. If the demand for tea is going high, the demand for coffee will go down. And if I am purchasing less of tea, that means the demand for tea is falling, then I will purchase more coffee, that means the demand for coffee will go high. Okay, now let us see the next point. Next point says income of the consumer. Now what is income of the consumer? Income of the consumer is directly related to demand. In case of demand and income, if the income of a person is going high, the demand will also go high, because now you are capable of purchasing more, because your income has increased, you are now capable of purchasing more. Okay, so if the income is going high, the demand will also go high. But if your income is falling, your demand will also fall, that means you will purchase less product then. Okay, so in this way we can say income is also a factor. If you have good income, there will be more demand in the market, but if you don't have good income, the demand will not created in the market. Okay, so next point, what does it say? Number of consumers. Number of consumers says what? Number of consumers says if in a particular place, if you have more consumer of your product, suppose you are selling baby product, and you know, if I'm selling this product in a place or a country or a, you can say, a particular village or wherever, then if your product is a baby product, you should have more of babies there. That means the population of babies should be more. And if you are producing a product suppose related to old people, then you should say in that particular area the population of that particular kind of an person should be more. And if the population is rising, if I'll say it in another point, if the population is rising, the product demand will also rise. Suppose the population of children has gone high and you are selling a child product, then in that case the demand will also go high, because the population of child has increased. Okay, but if the population of child will decrease, the demand will also decrease, because in that case you will not have customers. Okay, next point, expectations of future price. Now what is your expectations relating to future? Suppose if I feel in future my price will rise more, or the consumer, suppose I'm telling from consumer point of view, I'm a consumer, suppose the I'm talking about price of gold. Suppose the price of gold has fallen, it may not respond immediately, because I may think I may not respond now, but because why? Because I'm thinking that I'm expecting this prices will go more down, so let me wait for some time. So here what happens, if you're expecting the future price is rising, if you are expecting no, the price will go higher, I should purchase now, then the demand will increase. But if you feel, your expectation feels that in future the price will become low, so in that case you will try to wait and you will create the demand in future. Okay, so your, it depends on your expectation, what is the expectation. So what we can say here, if your expectation is that the price in future is going to be high, then at present your demand will rise. But if you think in future what if your expectations say prices will fall, then you will wait now. At present you will not create demand, in future you will make your demand rise. Okay, so these are some of the factors which is going to affect demand. Hope you all have understood. Go through your books, definitely ask me something if you feel is not understandable, or if you have any doubt, do come up with some suggestions. Do tell me what are the videos you want to see more. Thank you so much.